All right, hello. Welcome back to Afternoon Drive here on Joppa Radio. My name is Drew Moholland. Hope you're all having a good day. It is a beautiful Newburyport day. I don't think I thought it was going to get this warm. It's going to be, 50 degrees out there? I'm no weatherman, but it feels nice out there. Feels like spring. So, and then I think we're talking like pushing 70 Monday, maybe a colder day mixed in between. But anyway, shouldn't be that too bad of a weekend. My golf clubs are all ready to go, I'll tell you that much. Hey, we got a Thursday music show here. Get to that in just a second. Again, my name is Drew Moholland. This is Afternoon Drive on Joppa Radio. We do it every Tuesday and Thursday at 3 o'clock. Lily Dissette producing the show today. Tyler Neufeld back there as well. The best team in the business, Sarah Hayden back there as well. Why don't I get right to my guest? Because you know how I love the Thursday music shows. His name is David Croson. Hello, David. First time on the show.
How's it going?
It's going great. Oh, great. Nice of you to say. Thank you. Yeah, we like the room in here. It's good. We hope you like playing in it too. You got the acoustic guitar in here. Tell us a little bit about yourself, David.
I am a singer-songwriter. I've been doing this for about 8 years, gigging around the area.
Gigging around.
Yeah, and I started when I was like 18, and now I'm 25, kind of becoming more of a seasoned vet in the business, getting to know a lot more people. I've done a couple radio shows. These are the ones that freak me out the most. You know, I can go out and play in front of a bunch of people, but that doesn't freak me out.
Oh, you'll be fine. Don't worry about it. You got, and you actually are. This is for your little Thursday afternoon gig at the Port Brewery tonight. That's where you are.
Yeah.
And actually, you said that was a little trouble for you. And back in the day, you were actually playing there before you were supposed to be playing there. They cut off. They made the rules kind of strict.
They started the music when they first started, and they had me on, and I think I was 18 or 19.
Wow.
And I played there a couple times, and then they were like, "Oh, you can have a beer or something." And I was like, "Oh, I'm actually only 19." And they were like,
"What?"
Whoa. So then the next time they were like, "Oh yeah, we actually can't have them play until 21." But I've been playing ever since then. I've probably played there close to 100 times. That place is awesome.
That's good. There's some great live music spots around here.
So
Originally born here?
I was born in Exeter.
Exeter,
actually.
okay.
Yeah,
Exeter, New Hampshire. Yeah.
But my family, a couple of my family members are from Newburyport, so Newburyport is kind of my second home.
Second home, all right.
I've been around this area a lot, yeah.
Very nice. And started playing guitar when?
I probably started when I was like 12 or 13, but I was not that into it, and then maybe like 15 or 16, I was like, "Oh, this is kind of
cool.
fun." Yeah.
Yeah. It's always fun when you can, once you start getting a few of the chords together, right? You can actually play
That's
some
what it
songs.
was, yeah. I started, playing like Saints Go Marching In and stuff like that, and that just did not interest me at all.
Yeah.
And then I started listening to like The Fray, and I was like, I want to learn how
Fray.
to save a life and stuff like that. Yeah, I wanted to learn some songs.
Oh yeah, how'd that song go? That was a big.
Did I go wrong?
Yes, The Fray. That's right. What happened to them? They still around?
They put out a couple albums after that, and only one of them was decent.
Gotcha.
If you're listening to this, The Fray, I love you still.
Did not see us talking about The Fray in the first 5 minutes, but that works out just fine. All right, so you play Newburyport tonight. 18, that must be a little bit difficult. I mean, was it good, you think, to start at a young age playing in front of like big crowds, maybe get that kind of stage fright or whatever it is out of there?
I'd say so. I mean, I was in, when I was a senior in high school, I was in like the honors choir, which lots of it I did not like, but the part was cool is you get to pick a song and then you play for the whole school.
Right.
And there were like 300 plus people in this auditorium, so I really haven't played to that many people since I was like 18.
Yeah.
So I guess I kind of got it out of the way of like, oh, I've already played for this many people of my peers, and now it's like it's way easier. I don't really get nervous about it.
Yeah. Is it like, do you remember like that first gig? Is that like a defining moment for a musician who goes out in front of people? Like the first paying gig where you got like dozens of people in front of you?
Yeah. It was a place in Exeter, and it was like their opening day, so there was a bunch of people there.
Yeah.
And I was playing with my buddy Parker.
Outside?
And, yeah, outside.
Okay.
And just it was a blast. And I was young, so like there was not really this fail thing. It was kind of like, oh, well, I'm already winning.
Yeah.
So now there's a little bit of like, oh, I'm a little nervous about this. Then it's like, I can't, there's no going wrong, you know?
Nice. So when people go to see you, is it pretty much you solo these days, or is it?
It's solo, yeah. It's just me doing like the cover, kind of original cover mix and match kind of thing. But yeah, it's been good to me, I'd say.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I want to make sure people hear enough of you. You want to take one away here and let people hear how you sound? All right. David Croson here on Joppa Afternoon Drive. What are we going to play first? I know you said you got no set list. You're one of those guys who's going to wing it. I like that.
I have. I never know what I'm doing. I have no idea. I'm playing like 3 hours tonight. I have no clue.
Really? No kidding.
What I'm going to play. But.
Go by feel. All right, take it away. David Croson on Joppa Afternoon Drive.
Whisper slowly in my ear things that I wanna hear. Place your hand on mine. Drop you off inside. We are one with each touch. We were driving down the streets of New England, finally got nothing to lose. We were flying down the road to your house, and in that moment I finally knew I was falling deeper and deeper in love with you. Sunday morning, rain is pouring, just like the song we would sing in my car. Turn it loud, block it out. The sound of our hearts beating out. We were driving down the streets of New England, finally got nothing to lose. We were flying down the road to your house, and in that moment I finally knew I was falling deeper and deeper in love with you. Oh, it hit me like a wave. The feeling that something has changed. You and me in my front seat, with no place to be. We were driving down the street so we were driving down the streets of New England, finally got nothing to lose. We were flying down the road to your house, and in that moment I finally knew I was falling deeper and deeper. I was falling deeper and deeper in love with you.
Whew. All right. David Corson, very nice, sir.
Thank you.
How about that? That song maybe that was a good show. That made me feel like spring and happy and all that stuff.
It's
man.
feeling like that outside.
Very nice. I think you got yourself a hit right there. Is that a hit yet?
I have not recorded it yet, so we'll see. We'll see if it ever becomes that.
When is that thing getting laid down? Is it plan on that?
We just I have a friend who does all my producing for me. We just actually 2 weeks ago did a little pre-recording thing where we mixed up the tempo and everything, trying to figure out what it's going to be, and hopefully in the next couple months it'll start to come to fruition.
Sweet. Well, you got that silky smooth voice there too, man. That's very good. You sound great. When did you learn you had that? Was that at a young age? Was that singing around the house when you were real young, or what?
No, I mean that was one of those things where I just kind of started doing it. I just make up songs. I'm sure like the first couple songs I wrote, maybe a good amount more than that, were just horrible. And I feel like you'd have to ask my mom. I don't really know. I think that it was not a thing that my family, they were not too musical. My dad's like pretty into music. My mom's like, she likes NPR and stuff like that, which I do too. But, my brother and my sister aren't musical at all. It's just kind of, I don't know. I got cursed with that, music
Yes.
ability.
That's right. Yes, curse and a blessing, right?
I guess, yeah.
What's the? I mean, was there a point where like I don't know? Do you sing at like parties and stuff, and then like people are like, you know what, man, you got a good voice, and you're like, oh, I guess maybe I do.
Actually, I mean, I think it was probably my senior year of high school that I really started playing out for people.
Really came out of the shell a little bit.
Yeah. People, I put like a video on YouTube, and everyone in my class was like, "We thought you were just that weird redheaded kid who didn't talk or anything."
No kidding.
Which I was, but.
Well, that is funny. Well, you sound great.
Thank you.
Write that song recently, or is that kind of been in the works for a while?
I probably wrote that maybe probably a year ago, like close to this time. Yeah, it was probably becoming spring, and I was kind of feeling that falling in love. Driving around in a car.
Yeah, start to put the windows down feel.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Good. Well, very good. I think that will be a very popular song this spring.
Thank you.
On the road for you. You like getting out and playing out? Are you one of those musicians who like feeds off the live performances? Or
I do. There's a lot. I mean, there are some of them I will say that aren't as glamorous. Yes. Everyone sees.
You're telling me there's bad crowds out there? Is that what you're telling me?
Well, the thing is, it's never the room. It's really just the people in it. But I mean, I do a lot of I call them kamikaze gigs where you walk in and people are like, they didn't know there was going to be music, so the look on their face is like, oh, that's kind of you could tell instantly they don't want live music. So you're like, okay, well, I'm going to play this a little bit more chill, not be in their face about it. And
it's not exactly what you want to see when you're getting paid for a gig, right?
Not really, but I'm still getting paid, so
that's true. Yes,
get some practice getting paid. I'm all set.
Yeah. That's funny. Well, hopefully you've had your good fair share of great crowds around here.
I have,
too.
yeah.
I know it is a pretty cool live music scene, kind of the north of Boston thing, isn't it?
There's a lot of good spots. I've played at some really awesome areas. I got the chance 2 years ago to play at Blue Ocean Music Hall in Salisbury.
A lot of people mention that.
It was frightening. It was just me on stage. I was opening up for a Journey cover band. It was a bunch of
I bet they get them out.
Yeah, there was a lot of dads and stuff like that, and I was playing to 700 and something people.
Wow.
And I was shaking and freaking out. But
Journey itself is kind of a cover band right now, aren't they?
Yeah, literally though. He's not even a part of it anymore.
Actually, did you hear they were in the news today? They had
really.
They're there's I'll let you read about it later, but there's a Journey coup where the drummer is trying to they want him out of the band.
Really?
I think there's some egos in Journey.
Oh God!
Can you believe that, a musician with an ego?
Well, yeah, what a surprise!
You've never seen that on the road.
No,
right?
No, never.
But some of our local guys too. One of them went to Emerson, so I don't know. It's kind of a weird story. But Journey in the news today, since you mentioned it.
I gotta check that out.
Yeah, it seemed pretty funny. I'm sure they'll be fine.
Yeah.
Steve Perry, right? Steve Perry's not even with Journey anymore.
Yeah,
so.
no.
But the Journey cover band's bringing them out. Good for that.
Yeah.
And how did they pick you for that? When do you get that call? You're like, how would you like to open for the Journey?
One of the booking agents I work for just messaged me and was like, "Hey, you want to do this?" And I was like, "Sure."
A lot of people win them over.
I think I don't know what happened there. I think he was asked to do it because he does a lot of those kind of opening slots, and then he was like he couldn't do it, and he was like, "I'm gonna," and I didn't think it was gonna be as crazy as it was, and I walked into the place and was like, "Okay, this is frightening."
When I hear Journey cover band, I don't necessarily think close to 1,000 people looking at me either, but yeah.
No, it was like a sold out show. These guys were spot on. It was insane.
That's fantastic. David, I should mention too. You're probably wondering the same thing. I think I look a little better today. Would you say?
With the nose?
Yeah. She was kind of hesitating there. I have taken, for those of you who weren't watching the show the other day, I have taken a elbow to the nose playing pickup basketball. Team won the game.
That's good.
Yeah, it was good.
That's what you want.
Big possession. But that is why the banged up nose, for those of you who are wondering. Let's just get it out there for those of you. I think it looks a little better today. Lily hesitated. I'm not thrilled with that. Thank you. Appreciate that. A couple people I worked with are like,
rough.
Should be fine. What is the songwriting? I always like to ask the songwriters, what do you do? Do you try to write once a week? Do you try to write every day? Is it once a month? Is it whenever you feel like it? What's the deal?
I would like to say that I like to try to write something every day. It's almost impossible though. I have one of those things where I will sit down and then a whole song comes out, but there's not a lot of songs I've written where it's I get a couple of the parts and then I go back. It is really just me sitting down and that song I just played for you pretty much just all came out in one songwriting session. A lot of the times we'll write 3 songs, maybe 2 will make the cut, and then the third one will be I gotta come back to this one and see how I feel about it. But yeah, I'm kind of a lazy songwriter, to be honest with you.
Do you like the process, even because you can still be a little lazy and like it?
I do like
small doses.
I like the process of like just it all comes out like a therapy kind of. It's like things I've been apparently thinking about in my head just all come out.
So you learn a little something about yourself.
I do. I come back and I'm like, oh, maybe that's what I was thinking. Interesting.
Okay. Wow. I need to make some life changes after writing this song.
Yeah, literally though.
Oh, that's funny. What's so you said you have a show tonight at Newburyport, and you really don't know what you're gonna do start to finish.
No, I mean, I think I could make a set list. I think the issue with making a set list, especially for when you're playing for 3 hours, is you aren't looking at how the crowd's going to be. Like if I'm playing sometimes Newburyport will be packed.
Yeah.
So, and then sometimes it'll be, 5 or 6 people.
You might get a crowd on a nice Thursday night.
You never know. So so it all depends. So if I'm playing to a packed house, I want to be playing upbeat, kind of fun kind of stuff. If it's a couple people, still some upbeat stuff. Maybe, sneak in some sad, sad ones that I like to play.
Yeah.
But yeah, it all depends on the room. So that's why I never make a set list, because I think that you could have this whole thing and just kind of keep that going, and then realize like, oh, well, this isn't really working for this crowd. Yeah. You kind of have to switch it up. Like every other song has to be something different.
Are you pretty good about kind of switching on a dime if you feel maybe, a certain night is maybe not going how you anticipated?
Yeah.
Let's switch it. Let's go in this direction.
I've gotten good at that. Yeah. I think that the more I play, I think it's not as good as I'm getting. I wouldn't say I'm getting better at playing. Maybe it's playing the music, but not like playing guitar or singing. Maybe more of like reading the crowd and seeing what they want to hear. Or, when my friends are there, I always know what they want to hear.
Yep.
They want to hear like the covers that we all listen to together and stuff.
Come on, your friends, they're gonna be like, no, I'm doing originals for you all night long.
Well, that's the thing is now that they've come to so many shows, they actually will want the original songs, which is great to get that. But
that is funny. Do you want to get the Instagram thing out of the way?
Let's do it.
I told you beforehand I've been doing this Instagram thing here during the show, where we kind of make it just for interest. So what question do you want to answer? A lot of pressure. What question do you want? What do you want the Instagram folk to? What do you want me to? I know it could be. I don't know the.
What's a classic one that you ask?
It's a classic one. Musicians, I tend to bounce around a little bit. I could ask you 2 questions. I could do rapid fire. We could go where you're from, your biggest influence, and wild card question.
Okay, let's do it.
What's the wild card question? You can give me that one. Or you can just tell me a fun fact.
A fun fact.
I'm gonna go where you're from, and who's your biggest influence.
Okay.
And then we'll grab your guitar and we can do it. I'll film the first minute, and then you can just take away the next song for all right, people.
Let me see if
home.
Let's see what I'm gonna
Again,
play.
This is Afternoon Drive on Joppa Radio. I'm going to tune us into Instagram. You folks know the drill here. This is my new thing. I'm trying to get good at this, and there we go. All right, so good. Here we go. 3, 2, as soon as that starts counting. There we go. All right, welcome back on the radio here in Newburyport. My name is Drew Moholland. David Corson is my guest. Say hello, David.
How's it going?
There he is. Hey, where are you from, David?
I'm from Exeter, New Hampshire.
All right, and who are your biggest influences? Here you got the acoustic guitar.
Biggest influences, Ed Sheeran, John Mayer, my mom, and my dad.
Oh, that was sweet. You know what? We're going to end it right there. Take it away. Let them hear how you sound.
These little white lines that follow me, the love that I pretend to preach, getting by the skin of my teeth. I told you, go and be free. Oh, how could it be me all along? I'm on the other side of a love song. Oh, I'm chasing rabbits in my mind. A wonderland is what I'll find. It'll always be in the back of my mind. I will let you wed that robbed you blind. How could it be me all along? Oh, and these tender hands will let you fall, and I get lost with writing. Oh. I'm on the other side of a love song. Song. Don't wait for me. Don't wait for me. Don't wait for me. I said don't wait for me. 'Cause all I'll ever do is make you bleed. And how could it be me all along? I'm on the other side. How could it be me all along? Oh, these tender hands will let you fall. And I get lost to the right and wrong. I'm on the other side of a love song. Ooh, song.
All right, David Corson, fantastic. There you go. Man, that voice, man, I am loving that voice.
Thanks.
It's great all around. Great song, all that stuff. Very good. But I feel like that might be a lot of these songs you're going for the big notes here. It's I feel like you got to play 3 hours later. I almost feel guilty having you on here.
Well, this is my warm up. You know, I actually haven't played all week. I was sick earlier on this week, and now I'm trying to get myself. This is always the time when the gigging is the hardest because it's the pollen's coming out and everything, and I'm getting a little bit congested. But
I'm feeling that too.
It's usually the first hour I'm like a little raspy, and then I get a little.
So you're saying you need this?
I need it. I need like a little bit of a cooling down, I guess, and then ramping up.
So we're doing you a favor. No,
yes, no, exactly.
Too funny. No, it's sweet of you to come on. I know it's not the easiest thing when you get a gig that night.
Oh no, I got nothing else to do. So I live in Somersworth right now, which is in New Hampshire, and it's in the boonies. There's nothing to do, so I'm always looking for some reason to get out of the house. And see something.
Good thing to have a guitar nearby, then, right? Excellent. What are the surrounding towns of Somersworth?
So there's Dover, and then it's near Portsmouth.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Another good music city, though.
Yes, exactly.
I don't think I went out in Portsmouth for I hadn't been out in years. I mean, I've lived in Danvers, 20 minutes north my whole life. So Portsmouth's not too far, but I've never really hung out in Portsmouth. And I had to meet some friends there last year, and I was like, man, this is like a happening music city.
Yeah, it's a really cool spot. Since growing up in Exeter, I was in Portsmouth like every weekend when I was a kid.
Yeah. You play out there a lot, or?
I don't. It's hard to get into that scene, but I'm slowly inching my way in there. I've played there a couple times. I have friends who play there, so I'm trying to get myself in that area. I play a lot in Massachusetts. So.
Is it tough to maybe not. I do feel like more bars are looking for the original artist, and which I love. But is it tough, because I know a lot of places are probably like, we're not really looking for the star. We just want the people to be entertained and play me your Tom Petty and go home.
Yeah.
But do you find that more people are looking for the original artist these days, or?
I think it depends on the type of venue. I think that there are a lot of spots I know for a fact there's a lot of spots in Portsmouth that are specifically you have to just do covers. Yeah. You might be able to sneak in a couple originals. Honestly,
they're keeping count.
Yeah. The thing is they're not there, but they want the. Yeah. It makes sense. It's I go out to a bar with my friends and all they want to hear is covers. Most people don't know the originals, but I don't mind doing the cover stuff. I think that sometimes it can be fun if you're not in the back of a bar, if you're actually playing to people. Yeah. Because people get excited about that kind of stuff. You want to play originals. It's really fun to play originals, but no one knows.
And sometimes you can win some people over with some good covers.
Exactly.
And they'll stick around for the.
That's where we were talking about the turning point. Is if you find the crowd is you got to pick out your best random cover. Yeah. Even if it's something that they don't. It's not the age range. They'll know it. and they'll be like, "That's interesting."
Yeah.
And they'll start listening a little bit more.
There you go.
Hopefully, we'll see.
You need like a psychology degree, dude. We get these audience things right.
I know, it's all in their minds. I'm inside their minds.
So you mentioned a little bit when we did the Instagram thing, but talk to me a little bit about those influences. You mentioned John Mayer. Who else was it there?
Ed Sheeran has always been a big one for me. He was actually, when he first started coming up in the scene, before he was this, global phenomenon, I actually miss the old stuff he used to do. It's like my favorite, like, kind of very
talented dude.
Yeah. And so I that was when I first was starting to get into writing and stuff, because I found him before anybody in America really knew who he was.
Yeah.
It sounds really hipster of me. But I would go through like all these things and try to find like singer-songwriters, and I know he was like huge in England, so I caught on there and then just started listening to him, and I'd like bring him to my friends and they'd all start listening to him.
So you're responsible for Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, it's all me. I am his
the American blow up.
I don't know why I didn't get any of the fame when he blew up, but I like was obsessed with him. Then I got into John Mayer a lot. When I was growing up, I didn't listen to that much rock and roll. My dad would put on like Bruce Springsteen, so I was like always in that kind of era, but it was like the Fray and Ed Sheeran, like that kind of stuff is what interests me. That's why when people come up and they're like, "You play any Zeppelin or anything?" I'm like, I don't really. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'd love it, but I've never been. Because people see the guitar and they're like, "Well, you definitely know
Everybody
all
knows
these.
Zeppelin.
Yeah, you know these classic songs, and that's not what I grew up on. So it's hard for me to. I have a couple of those in my back pocket, but it's not what I love to play. It's hard to cover those songs where half of it's a guitar solo.
Yes, that is true. That is true. It's funny. We're in a streak of artists too here who have been inspired by John Mayer here.
Really?
Too. Yeah, we got a little run going.
He's just. I mean, he has everything going for him.
He really does. I always said he's kind of like the total package of like guitar chops, voice.
Oh yeah.
And he's still kind of writing the pop songs, which I guess is the one knock on him. But,
I will say when his like country albums really got me into like listening to more country, because he put out those 2 albums that were not John Mayer albums at all, and I was like, and that kind of got me even more into him, because I was like, wow, he's putting out stuff that he knows is not going to be commercially successful, but he doesn't really care.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
He's like, even the songs he's been putting out recently, it's like he does not care.
Was touring with the Dead.
Yeah, exactly. He's made so much money that he's just like,
he's looking for personal enjoyment.
He's killing it.
Yeah, clearly, it's cool to see a guy who's. I mean, people ask like the young. I always run into this trap where I'll be like, "Who are the young artists that you're like really into and have like kind of grown up with?" And I'll say like names like John Mayer's one I always used to listen to, and Dave Matthews, and I'm thinking back and these guys are actually all 50 and.
I know. Now they're a lot older.
They're a little older than me when they kind of got big, and so it's like, well, I guess they're not kids. They're more the classics now, huh? It's just kind of weird to think about.
Yeah, I never know I listen to some newer stuff, but I try to stay up on it. I used to be really, I don't know, kind of against pop music, and which is funny because I kind of write that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I used to be like fully against, like, they don't.
Gotta find that underground
stuff, and like and now I'm just like, I'll listen to anything. I'm like, I'll just whatever genre, I'm down for it all.
There's always a place for the pop music.
Exactly.
And the Beatles were pop music at the beginning,
Yeah.
Again, we're joined here by David Croson, talking music and playing some songs on a beautiful Thursday in Newburyport. For those of you driving home from work, hopefully you're enjoying this. Always enjoy the live music Thursdays, so that is good. Lily Doucette producing, Tyler Neufeld on the TV side. Hello to everybody watching at home and streaming on the web and all that good stuff. And Sarah Hayden also in the house. What is the toughest room you've ever played? I ask every musician this. They all have an answer. Some don't like to say it because it brings back nightmares, but they all have that one room that was disaster night.
Exactly what it is.
Most people do.
I ended up. This actually was not that long. This might have been like a year ago.
Geez.
I used like.
At least it wasn't last week. I was gonna feel bad if it was that soon.
I haven't. This one really sticks out because it was a new room that we were trying out, and I won't say where it was or anything.
Thank you.
But I was really excited about it, and I was like, it was like a cool place for music, and I had one of my friends come out, the guy that produces my songs, and we were gonna, he was gonna just kind of be there and check out how the room is, to let me know. And I get there, and like the bar is like way, way, way away from where I'm playing. And so I'm like, I don't know how loud I have to be. Because usually I'm playing like right near everybody, so I kind of always have my setup the same way.
Yep.
So for the first like 5 or 6 songs before my friend had showed up, they apparently can't hear me at all.
That's not good.
Yeah, and so after a couple of songs, they go, "We can't hear you." I was like, oh, well, you could have, told me that after the first song, or the bartender could have come up to me and said,
I really gave it my all on those first couple songs.
If that's why it sucks when it's like the place, the people who work there should be like, hey, you're not, no one can
lack
hear you.
of bar awareness.
But then this woman who definitely had a couple too many drinks.
Oh boy.
She came up to me and was like, I'm a DJ. I do DJ gigs all around, which is the first sign of like, I don't trust what you're saying, because all you're doing really, like, I don't trust it. I'm like, I don't trust it. And she's hammered, sitting right near me. After every single song, she goes, all right, play an upbeat song. Now play a sad song.
Oh no.
And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Yeah.
And I already had hated what I was doing, so I was like, I just kept going with it, because I'm like, I'm just gonna make it good for my booking agents. They're gonna get good stuff back. I eventually left like 30 minutes early because I was like, I can't do it.
My
I was
goodness.
like, I cannot do it.
What a horror show.
It was bad. It was not fun.
That's the one where you keep telling yourself, be a professional.
Yep.
Be a professional.
Exactly what I was trying to do.
Oh man, that's the worst.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me, miss. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
Get out of here.
Or at least get out of within 50 yards. Oh, that is too funny. David Corson in the house here. We'll play another one, David. Keep it rolling here.
Alrighty.
What's this next one you got?
This is a song I actually just released a couple months ago.
A couple new ones here from me. This is nice.
This is on Spotify and iTunes and anywhere, Amazon Music if you use that, or anywhere, YouTube.
Sweet.
Or just pirate it on something. Napster, is that a thing still?
I don't believe it. Well, you could probably see Lily all confused. Do you even know what Napster is? Oh, okay, sorry.
I don't.
I usually put her in that spot. I put her in that spot a lot. She always goes, "What? Come on."
I don't get any money from any of these things, so if you download it illegally, just do that instead. Spotify gets all the money. So this is a song called "Wait Just a While." I'm gonna do like a little bit of a different version of it. It's a really upbeat, kind of fun song, but I'm gonna try to. I've never done anything like this. We'll see.
For this room only.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
All right, David Corson, take it away.
I've been climbing way too high, trying to find my way back down. I've been getting way too high, trying to block out the sound. I could see it, or I could believe it if it was true. If you told me I pray for something new. Oh, wait just a while, I will call you back in the morning. In the morning. Oh, wait just a while, I will call you back in the morning. In the morning. I went too hard last night with whiskey and beer. I went too hard last night thinking about your dear and all the things that I can feel. Your mouth on mine and that ringing in my ear. Sway with me till I can barely see. Wait just a while, I will call you back in the morning. In the morning. Oh, wait just a while, I will call you back in the morning. In the morning. We need some time, some clearing of the eyes, 'cause I may be too drunk to realize this isn't love. This isn't love. This isn't love. Oh, wait just a while, I will call you back in the morning. In the morning. Oh, wait just a while, I will call you back in the morning. too high. Trying to find my way back down. Oh, I've been getting way too high. Trying to block out the sound.
All right, David Corson.
Thank you.
Fantastic. There you go. I think that might be the one way to do that song too.
Yeah, a little bit chiller, quieter.
You never played it that way, or you just mess around with that one?
I was just messing around with that. That one is one I wrote a couple years ago, and I was like, oh, this is really fun. You'll hear the recorded version's like a full like drums, bass, keys, everything. It's a lot going on. Cool.
Cool. Yeah. Well, excellent, man. Sounded great.
Thank you.
Do we ever get to? Do you ever play with a band? Have you ever played with a band, or you like kind of the doing it?
I like the solo stuff, but the band thing would be awesome.
Have you done it? Did you have a history with it, or just?
I have played when I was like in high school. I played with some bands, but no, I've never really done. Really done the band thing. I because everyone kind of went to school. I was kind of just alone, doing the solo stuff and. I got a couple people that I play with every once in a while, but not really out anywhere.
That's a cool way to do it.
I'd love to do that. It'd be awesome.
Yeah, well, I don't know. One of your idols was Ed Sheeran. He doesn't.
I know
he plays Foxborough Stadium by himself.
But he's got the whole. He's like amazing at that looping thing. I can't do that.
That is a cool thing.
He's insane.
Did you hear the people that there was the last tour? I think it was the Foxborough show. Maybe somebody asked for their money back because it was all they thought the sound was being pumped in.
Oh my god!
And he goes, "Did you not see the stuff I was doing with my feet and the? It was all me." And people were like, "What? I don't understand."
That stuff is like like the way he does it too is like I've seen a lot of people loop and stuff, and like I'm sure there are people who are better than him, but the way that he does it with his songs is I saw him his first American tour at the House of Blues.
Yeah.
Like,
how far we've come.
Like, I was like, it was insane. I was like, this is the coolest thing I'm playing. I haven't seen him since because I'm like, I'm not going to spend that much money. For
I saw him at the House of Blues. I don't need to be in the balcony of Gillette Stadium.
Well, I can't even see him. Like,
I can't imagine. I mean, I've seen like the video. I didn't go to that Foxborough show that I just mentioned, but like to play those football stadiums as just one man, it's
I don't
crazy.
know how he does that. That's like insane. I'd get a band if I were him.
I know.
I'd be like, I'm done. That's the thing is, this is why I respect him so much because he does the same thing that I'm doing now, where he just gigged and gigged and gigged, and then finally, got his break. If I were him, I'd be like, well, I want the band to take some of the slack. Now, he's still doing what he was doing, but at a more insane pace. I don't know why he would do that. If I had that much money, I'd just be like, everyone else can.
Oh, you'd still play.
I'd still play everywhere. Definitely, but
yeah, that's true. I hear you get a band and pack it in a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
He the precision with that loop station too. I always think like to be in front of those crowds. I mean, I don't.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure I've ever seen him. I mean, maybe he just covers them up, but I don't think I've ever really seen him make a mistake with that thing.
No, I've never. I mean, I'm sure you can go on YouTube.
And I'm sure
makes a mistake, but no, I mean he's pretty spot on with that stuff.
A lot of practice.
Oh yeah.
Did you ever hear the Elton John story with him?
No,
so he did explode really quickly. Obviously we've already talked about how you get a lot of credit for that here in the States. But
we got lots of money in the bank.
but he exploded so quickly that he really was like everywhere for a while. Elton John said to him, "Hey, I'm a big fan. Like really great stuff, outstanding. One piece of advice: go away for a while." He's like, just from experience, you're out there too much. I see everywhere I look. You need to go away for a little while, which I thought was pretty funny advice from Sir Elton to Ed Sheeran. But
he was there. He was like,
that was crazy.
I love this is to get away from Ed Sheeran really, but I do love him. But every single time I get in my car, I'm sure there are a lot of people who have this issue. When I plug my phone in and turn on my car, the first song on my Apple Music, I use Spotify, but I have some songs on my Apple, and the first song on there is A-Team by Ed Sheeran.
Yeah,
it's played every single time I get in my car, and I hate that song now. I absolutely hate it.
It's funny how you can.
Annoying.
I've ruined more good songs and songs that I know are good, but I have this like addictive personality where like if I love a song, I want the lyrics. I will just over and over again. Like I remember
ruin it completely.
Oh yeah, you could just really destroy a song. I'm just trying to think of like the last one. There's this song you've probably never heard it. It's a little bit of a B-side song, but a Tom Petty song called "Crawling Back to You." Which is like, actually my last funny story with this is we went to, speaking of the Journey cover band you saw, I was once at a Tom Petty tribute band And my cousin is a big Tom Petty guy too, and we like both know this song and both love it and play it around a campfire and all that good stuff. And so like it'd be like people around the campfire are like, "What is this? What? I thought we were playing Tom Petty. It is Tom Petty. It's just not Free Fallin'." But this tribute band's up there, and we were all partying too hard for the night. My cousin yells, "Crawling back to you!" And Tom Petty lookalike guy is up there and steps back and he goes, "Ha ha ha, next time." Which I thought was pretty funny, but yeah, I mean, that's another song I abused. It's funny how that happens, and then you end up not listening. I haven't heard that song in months. I had to get away from it, so I don't know. I guess the artist won't complain with all the downloads and all the listens. Again, we're joined here by David Corson. I did it. I almost did the Carson. I said I wasn't going to do David Carson. You said you get check signed David Carson?
Oh, yeah, every once in a while. They still clear. So
oh, man. David Corson joining us here on Joppa Afternoon Drive on a Thursday. He's in Newburyport over at the Port Brewery tonight. So for those of you listening in real time right now, get over there. It is a beautiful night for some live music. That's a good spot. What I like about that room and so many rooms around here, so many aren't like this, but what I do like about that room and the ones that are like this, especially the breweries tend to be good like this, no TVs. You go to that show, it's all eyes on you.
Yeah, no, at that place, any place that has a TV, I'm always looking at the TV.
That drives you crazy.
There's nothing else I can really, and I'm just like, I'm watching things, and I think it was last Saturday, I was at a bar in somewhere far away Mass, and
that means Western Mass, doesn't it? That always means Western Mass.
It was somewhere. And they had rugby on the TV, and I was like, I've never even seen what rugby is. So I watched rugby for like 30 minutes, and they had it on. I still have no idea.
Hanging at the bar or playing at the bar?
I was playing.
Oh, jeez,
I just distracted. The TV was right there, and I was like, well, I'm gonna watch that.
I went over and saw a guy recently, and they put the poor guitar player right under the TV.
Oh, I've had that many times.
And then they didn't turn the TV off.
Yeah, that happens to me quite some times.
Turn the TV off, please. I've been watching like Wichita State basketball or something. Like, will you turn the TV off, please? Too bad. David Corson. I will take another one away here, David. We got the show is flying by, which is always a sign of a good show.
What's the song?
The old one of these days when we get the all your fans on the Twitter, we can have like interactive.
I know if they know the music. Let's do this one.
I need a parachute to keep me from drowning. I need a parachute to keep me from staying. It's all about the waiting hunger. It's all about the waning thunder of this life. We're all aboard the train home. You never know where it's going to. We're all aboard the train home. Well, pack your bags and let go of your youth, 'cause there's no use running from something coming fast for you. I need a pair of eyes to keep me from going blind. I am paralyzed at the thought, fighting to get what I want. And I try, oh I try, oh I try, for all the things I have in life. We're all aboard the train home. Never know where it's going to. All aboard the train home. Well, pack your bags and let go of your youth, 'cause there's no use running from something coming fast for you. For you. It's all about the waiting hunger. It's all about the waning thunder of this life. We're all aboard the train home. You never know where it's going to. We're all aboard the train home. Pack your bags and let go of your youth, 'cause there's no use running from something coming fast. There's no use running from something coming fast for you. For you.
All right, David Corson.
Thank you.
Fantastic, man. You are sounding great. How is the room? Are you towards
Feels
the end
great,
here?
yeah.
Is it
It's
good?
good, yeah.
All right. I know you liked it when you first walked in. I like to see it after 4 songs or so.
This is great, yeah.
It's good. We tend to. It's still yet to get complaints on the room. I think we got good acoustics in here, so we will take that. Here, David Corson, sounding great on a Thursday. Did you say you're 25?
25, yeah.
25.
Yep.
Man. Keep an eye on you.
Uh-oh. I'll be 26 in a couple months. Does that make any difference?
I don't know. I just turned 33. I'm starting to feel. I feel like I've crossed a different category now.
We're all so young in the grand scheme of things.
Sure.
Right?
There you go.
If you want to be positive.
Yes, if
about
you
it,
can
but-
lump me in with you, that'll be fantastic. That'll be
Awesome.
Very good, man. Sounding great, though. Outstanding sound here,
Thank you.
which is good. One of my favorite things about this show, and I say this all the time, I will say it to you too, is we've never met. I've only had other musicians tell me you should have this guy on. He's good, yada, yada, yada. And then when you like those musicians, you tend to trust their advice and say, and it's kind of the coolest thing, being in this little inner circle of musicians.
That's great,
and meeting new people and hearing new music. So we appreciate it, man.
Hey, you said Andy Lightning.
Yes, you knew Andy Lightning. Yeah, we
Shout
had
out Andy Lightning.
we had
Watching
it
out
a few
out
weeks
there.
ago. He was great
He's
on
the
here.
man. He's awesome.
He is teacher, right? We like our
He's
teachers.
a teacher, yep.
He's a good man. I think he's actually dropping I won't give anything away, but I think he's got maybe an album in the works.
He's got something. He's got some free merch online. So if you like merch, go check that out.
All right, good. Yeah, Andy was great. We're gonna have him back too. Actually, yes. And if you're enjoying yourself, you have to commit to coming on again.
I would love
someday.
to.
There
Yeah,
you go.
I would
All right.
love
Well,
to.
you already got the invite. There you go. We'll talk more after the show. Did you went to school in New Hampshire and all that?
I went to Exeter High School.
Exeter
and
High.
then I tried the college thing twice. So in all, I went to college for a good year.
Okay.
Not all at once, but one semester and then another semester.
I love that answer. I tried the college thing twice. It's
Yeah,
fantastic.
I did. I went to Keene State and then I went to Plymouth State, and both of them, it wasn't exactly what I wanted to do.
Kept going back to the guitar.
Yeah, I think I was trying to do some gigs, and it was like, I'm in the middle of nowhere. It was just,
Yeah.
it wasn't working. I was also, into the party lifestyle a little bit too much, and I think I needed
Yes.
to get away from that.
Yeah, that is one thing. Musician hours, those aren't always the easiest to live
No.
in normal life.
I mean, they're pretty late, and then you get back, and you're like kind of awake, and you're like,
Yeah, that whole wind down period,
yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly. We'll see how tonight goes,
Yeah. Actually, that is the one good thing about a lot of the breweries and stuff. Is
Yeah.
you kind of get that earlier start.
Yeah.
For me, like I work really early in the morning, and so it's like, if I can go to like a show of live music at like 5
Yeah,
o'clock where the
early,
sun's
yeah.
still like,
Exactly.
it's not completely dark
Not like
yet.
10:30 at
Yeah.
night. Yeah.
Like even like a 9 o'clock start for me these days. It's like, well, that's gonna push us past 11.
I mean, that's like I'm getting to that point where I'm like, that's a lot.
Oh, see, there you
It's
go.
not good.
Maybe you're closer
Yeah.
to my threshold than we
Not good.
thought there.
I'm getting older than I should be.
It happens quickly. At some point, it's got to be right around that age, 25, 26. I think you realize, we could have just as much fun earlier.
Exactly. 100%. Yeah. Why are people going out to the bars at like 9:30? That's where my friends are like, let's go out to the bars, and I'm like, that's so late.
And what is this? They're gonna start a cover charge at this hour.
Yeah.
What that doesn't make sense.
I'm paying like $5 to get in and see some crappy cover band, and then also pay $10 for a beer.
Are you ever tempted to go
That's
up there
crazy.
and rescue? I'm sure you've seen some acts that are just.
Oh yeah, there's some rough ones.
Ugh.
Yeah, Yeah. I mean, the thing is, when you're playing in a bar like that, they're probably like, we don't have to give 100% because, half of these people are hammered. It's great. I want to be that.
It is fun. I mean, I've been to my fair share of shows where it hasn't always been that great crowd, and it's kind of like, oh man, these guys are just struggling. It's not, and you almost feel bad for them.
Oh, I always do.
Yeah, I always try to like actually pay extra attention, like if you can.
I'm watching.
Yeah, if they're giving you something, at least effort, or if there's at least something there, you try to like pay a little.
Try to
extra
buy like
attention.
a sticker or something so they know someone.
Oh, that's nice. You buy a sticker, do you? Yeah, I'm sure that does the trick.
They love that.
They love that, do they? There you go. For all of you going to David Corson shows here, get a sticker.
Yeah,
when
get
you
a sticker. They're free though, so that's nice.
Do you actually have stickers?
I do. I actually have some. I'll give you some.
There you go. We should also get your music. We can get you in the loop because we play all local music here.
Definitely.
So we'll talk about that afterwards. But all right, cool. So what else? What's the fun fact about you here in the final couple of moments that we don't know? What is something we haven't gone over here yet today that we? How about favorite concert you ever been to?
Favorite concert? Yeah.
Is it one of the guys you already mentioned?
I went to John Mayer and I went to Ed Sheeran. Those were two like my favorites. But
yeah, let's eliminate them because we've talked a lot about them.
They're out.
Wild card show.
Let's see. I like the smaller ones. There's this guy I always go and see with my dad that we like love. His name's Noah Gunderson.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He's a singer-songwriter out of Seattle.
Yep.
And I don't know if he's still there or not, but we always go see him. Every year he comes to like either Portland or Boston.
Yeah.
And my dad and I went and saw him this past, I think it was like November or something. He puts on this show that's just very big, but also very small in the same way. Like he'll do like an acoustic set of like a couple old songs without his band. Then he'll do like these big songs with his band. So that's always fun to see him.
Sweet.
He's one of those people that like, and he's not like huge, so it's like a small venue, and there's not a ton of people, and it's.
So your dad does steer you in some music directions then?
Well, I steered him with that, and then every once in a while, we'll buy each other tickets to him.
You should take him up on the Springsteen thing, though. There's good stuff there.
I definitely still love Springsteen. I got to go take him to one of those shows.
So the one final one, then we'll let you play one more to play us out of here. But being from New England, living up there, and I think, how'd you refer to it? As the boonies? Is that how you refer to it?
Yeah.
A lot of woods. Does that influence the songwriting? I know you kind of got some nice folky lyrics in there.
It doesn't as much as it should, I think.
Or maybe it doesn't. You just don't know.
It might. I think there's a little bit of a love language when it comes to like forests and trees. Maybe it's just, it's getting the love songs out there.
Gotcha. Well, good luck tonight, man. It has been a pleasure to have you on. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
We had a blast here. We always like doing the Thursday music shows, especially with a talent like you, David Corson. Fantastic.
Awesome. Thank you.
Absolutely. Want to play us out here? Final minutes. David Corson going to bring us home here, folks. Have a great weekend, everybody. Should be good on the weather front. Monday gets like really nice. We're going to have some really nice days before we see you again next Tuesday. We'll be back here with more Afternoon Drive. My name's Drew Moholland. Big thank you to Lily Doucette, Tyler Neufeld, Sarah Hayden, Caleb Noble, the whole gang in the house. This is David Corson bringing us home on a Thursday afternoon. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Been waiting on another one. Oh, I feel like I could find someone like you, someone that I can love. I see my reflection in your eyes. Walk with you side by side. Hold my hand and I'll hold yours. 'Cause tonight is the night that I come out of my shell. Sometimes you just gotta let fear control you. Alright, it's time that I know you. So put a record on, we can listen to it till we fall asleep or fall in love. 'cause the music will settle us down, melt our hearts into one. Is that what you wanna become? But sometimes you just gotta let fear control you. Alright, it's time that I hold you. Love is a mystery to me, something I can see. You're someone I believe in. You're someone I could be with. Sometimes you just gotta let fear control you.